Hello, and welcome to another meeting of the Lotus Council. So what we have today, we have the Commander decks from Streets of New Capenna. So I like to get them in this minimal packaging because, well, the boxes that they're typically sold in are very large and there is a lot of paper that gets wasted. Plus, these other boxes, they're about a good size to fit a Commander deck in, so other boxes have a use. I'm just going to go ahead and break the seals on all of these, which you can see they're intact. And we'll look at the decks and try and figure out what we like about them, what we don't. Okay, so we got B, C, M, O, R. So we'll start in alphabetical order. And supposedly these also have the little 2 booster pack. Collector booster thing in them. Yep. All right. So I'll just kind of pull those off to the side and we'll look at them and talk about it later. All right. Opening the deck. I do like how they've cut down on the amount of plastic and that the actual box can fit a Commander deck in there. Okay, there it is. I like this etched foil face commander. It's a nice thing. All right. Hideout Generous Gift that's a great reprint. Thrumming Bird is great. Ooh, Devoted Druid is really great. I know a lot of people were super excited by that. We've got our Signet, Sphere, and Chalice. Let's just kind of look at these. Let's see, new equipment. So, beginning of combat on your turn, put a charge counter on Gavel of the Righteous. Equipped creature has +1/+1 for each counter on Gavel of the Righteous. As long as it has 4 more counters, yeah, you get double strike. Okay. So you can pay the equip either 3 or removing a counter from it. So not a terrible piece of equipment. Luminarch Aspirant is a really good one. Midnight Clock. Incubation Druid's pretty decent. Scavenging Ooze, really great. Slippery Bogbender. Then we got a Johnny. Roshalek Apex Hybrid is fun. Crystalline Giant is a great one. I really like that one, and the random nature. And then it looks like we're getting into the lands here. So got a Canopy Vista. I really like that they reprinted these Shadowmoor Lorwyn filter lands. I just wish that they covered all of the colors for the deck, you know. Okay, we got a Vista, Orchard, Grove, Fortified Village, Gavany Township, Karn's Bastion is a really good one. Nesting Grounds was also reprinted. Port Town, Prairie Stream, Sky Cloud Expanse, Sungrass Prairie, Temple of Mystery. Then we've got more. Another Fell War Stone reprint. Absolutely fantastic. Power Conduit, Soul Ring, Swiftfoot Boots, Ash Barrens, Bant Panorama, Command Tower. I mean, those are okay. Myriad Landscape I love, and it's got new art. Seaside Citadel, Vivid Creek Marsh, etc. And we did get one each of the fancy lands and the regular lands. So I thought maybe these also came with the corresponding signets. Looks like they don't. I think one of the decks does for sure. So I was glad to see that. Just wish it was more. Okay. So that is the Broker's one. You know, I like the new equipment. I love the inclusion of the filter lands. I think that's a really great thing to include. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. All right. Put that off to the side. Deck. Get rid of that. Slap that in. So this is Cabaret. So I'll probably pick up the pace a little bit so you're not sitting here all day just hearing me talk about Commander and Commander cards and all that, unless you're super interested. Charm Courtyard, that's great. Path to Exile, Beast Within, Cultivate, harmonize like all of the really great things. Sakura, Tribe Elder, Wood Elves, Boral's Charm, Arcane Signet, Bloodthirsty Blade. Then we got another Fell War Stone. Let's see. Indulge Excess is a good one. I believe that is a new one for New Capenna. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. I think it is, but I could be wrong. Okay, Felidar Retreat, good reprint. Magus of the Will, I love that getting reprinted. Rasta of Endless Web is a fun one. Awakening Zone, Beastmaster Ascension. This is a really great one. Scoot Swarm, yeah. Shamanic Revelation, good. Oh, Assemble the Legion, that's a pretty good reprint. I haven't really looked at these. I peeked at a couple. Okay. This one looks like it has Canopy Vista, Castle, Cinderglade, Exotic Orchard, Game Trail, and then it's got the Rugged Prairie. Temple of Triumph, Soul Ring, Ash Barrens, Jungle Shrine, the Myriad Landscape, Naya Panorama. Then it's got the Thriving Ones, which the other didn't. Then, of course, the 3 full arts and the Face Commander. So a little bit different. Did that one have Arcane? Yeah, it did have Arcane Signet and a Fell War Stone. So a little bit of variation that I'm seeing here with the mana bases. Still think it's a pretty decent deck. Like I said, I've really liked the direction they've taken the last little bit with these decks and how they've changed them to make them a little bit better mana base wise. I mean, it's not the absolute best mana base possible, but nonetheless, it is a good mana base. Okay, so we got the Maestro deck. And let's look at this one. Little chat. I love the flavor on some of these. Factor Fiction, that's a fun one. Frantic Search. Ponder. This is a really super solid reprint. I hope it drops the price. Because, you know, you can always use more of that for, like, Popper and stuff. Okay. Oh, Goblin Electromancer is a great one. Another Signet. Okay. So, got Arcane Signet, Commander's Field, Fellwar Stone, Dimir Signet, and Izzet Signet. Pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see. Not sure the point of that. Ooh, Dig Through Time is a great one. Ooh, Drawn from Dreams, Mystic Confluence, River's Rebuke. Those are good reprints. Ooh, Army of the Damned. Yeah. Then we got Damnable Pack, Dread Summons, Hex. That's fun. So 6 to kill 6 creatures. Not too shabby. Very doable in Commander. Especially when you got things like the Ramp and Goblin Electromancer. So Double Vision, Rekindling Phoenix. That's a pretty good one to have. Squee the Immortal. If you need a sacrifice outlet, you got Squee. You can always get Squee back. Okay, Bedevil, Call the... Ooh, Kess Dissonant Mage is a great one. Mimic Fat, Twinning Staff. And this has the Cascade Bluffs, which is a great needed reprint. Just, again, I wish that it had all of the other colors. So Lightning Greaves. Oh, there's our other Signet, Rakdos Signet, Soul Ring, Wayfarer's Bauble. It's got Crumbling Necropolis, and Grix Panorama. This one has the Thriving. Then you have the 3 full arts and the Etched Face Commander. So I'm really liking that this one had the 3 Signets. I think that is pretty important when you're dealing with 3 colors, especially if you don't have green for the ramp, because that gives you a little bit of ramp. All right. So now we're on to our Obscura here. So let me do this one right quick. So I'm very much a fan of buying these, upgrading them, and using them as actual decks. Offer You Can't Refuse. People love this one. So 1 for a counter spell, and 4 non-creature spell, and then they get 2 treasures, but it's not that bad. Okay, Swords to Plowshares. Treasure Cruise, that's a good one. Okay, so this one, Arcane Signet, Azorius Signet, Dimir Signet, Commander Sphere, Felwar Stone, and Orzhov Signet. Then Soul Ring, Swiftfoot Boats. Let's see. In Too Deep. Oh, man. Yeah, the life insurance. These are pretty good. Let's look. Austere Command is a great one. Dusk and Dawn, I think, is pretty decent. Sun Titan, yeah, that's a great one. Commit to Memory. Identity Thief. Nadir Kraken, that's a fun one. Okay, we got Adrana. Profane Command, pretty decent. Then we got a Leela. This is a really great reprint for a Leela. Oh, Fallen Shinobi, that's a good one. Silent Blade Oni, Thief of Sanity. Utter End here. Rexel. Remember when that one spiked? Because people are like, oh, this would be a great card to have. Yeah, of course it is. Then we got the Spike. Ooh, Strionic Resonator with new art by Sam White. I really like that one. Then we got the Estuary, Creeping Tar Pit, Darkwater Channel, and Fetid Heath. Wayfarer's Bauble, Arcane Sanctum, the Panorama, Path of Ancestry, Rogue's Passage, the Thriving, the 3 full arts, and then the Face Commander Etched. So, pretty decent. I would say that's a pretty decent one. I like that it had all of the signets. I think I'm seeing a pattern too. So far, the ones that don't have green, I was seeing the signets in. So that makes a lot of sense, I guess, because, you know, with the signets, you're going to be ramping. So let's look at the riveters here and see how riveting that deck is. Yes, I do dad jokes. All right. This is probably my favorite color combo. I liked it when it was called Jund. Still like it when it's riveters. I love this mana rock. So for Commander, if you're running red, I would say run a Glittering Stockpile. Yes, it's 3 mana, tapping for 1. It doesn't reach that 50% rule. But look at this second part. So you sacrifice every time you add a mana, you're adding a stash counter on here. And then later on, late in the game, you can sacrifice it to add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of stash counters. Really good. Ooh, we got Artisan Kozilek with Annihilator 2. That's gross. Victimize, Explore, Farseek, Kadama's Reach, Migration Path, Rampant Growth. I mean, we're seeing all the ramp there. Terminate, great one. Arcane Signet, Commander Sphere, Protection Racket. I love the flavor. Reign of Riches, Turf War, Dodgy Jalopy. Maybe. First Responder, Next of Kin, Grim Gorger, Jolene. So this was the one I was excited to see. Jolene is really great with treasure. Okay, we got Weathered Sentinels, Aether Snap, Disciple of Bolus. We got Noxious Gear, Hulk, Painful Truce, Blasphemous Act, Chaos Warp, Atali, Inferno Titan, Avenger of Zendikar. Really great reprint. Let's see, Evolutionary Leap. Yeah, that's a really good one because you can basically, sack tokens for good things. So Giant Ataphage, that's a fun one. Green Warden of Morosa. Let's see, Thradagusk, World Shaper. Then we got Crush the Bloodbraid. That's a great reprint. Windgrace's Judgment, Life Crafter Bestiary, Solemn Simulacrum. So I don't think we're going to see the signets in here because of all of the ramp. So I noticed with the other two ones that didn't have signets, they didn't have ramp other than that. And then Twilight Mire. Great reprint. Definitely well needed in that. Felwar Stone, Soul Ring, Jund Panorama, the Path Savage Lands, then the Bluff, the Thriving Lands, the Full Arts, and the Face Commander. So I really like where this is heading with the mana bases. I think it's incredibly fair because green does have access to quite a bit of ramp. So by including 3 signets, in the Obscura and Maestro, which don't have access to green, you are helping to get that ramp. Critiques, I really wish they would have included the other Lorwyn Shadowmoor filter lands for the colors. I mean, if I were upgrading the deck, that's what I would be doing. I'd be taking out that other, because at least those lands tap for colorless, and it allows you to get it in different combinations compared to, the older filter lands. So, other things that could be improved, I mean, the big thing is that mana base, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to ever include shocks in these. They did that with the Brawl decks, and yeah, the Brawl decks were very, very great. I wish we could have more Brawl decks. If anyone from Wizards is listening, come on, show a little love to that format. We're getting a lot of other love. Brawl could use a little bit of support again. So, anyway, we'll save these for another video, open those individually. And yeah, so if you're on the lookout for cards, maybe you want to pick up one of these decks, go check out our friends over at Geekified. You can find them at geekifiedoiowa.com. And then if you want to know when we're doing our next video, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification, and join us on our Discord, which you should do because we do a lot of cool stuff in there. So we want to thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time. That's all we have for today, and our meeting is now adjourned. Hope you have a fantastic day.